In this video, we'll explore PowerPoint 365 online. Specifically, I'll show you how to name the file, how to share the file, and then we'll look at two new features, Rehearse with Coach and using subtitles. Let's get started. To begin with, let's look how to open PowerPoint 365 online. If you're here in Forsyth County Schools, log into ClassLink and click on the Office 365 icon. Once Office 365 opens, in the far left column, find the PowerPoint icon and click on it. Once PowerPoint opens, you can just click New Blank Presentation, or if you have a previously created PowerPoint that you want to access, scroll down the screen and you'll see all of your old PowerPoints that you can open. I'm going to open a new blank presentation. Now when your blank presentation opens, you may see the designer options over here on the right. These are just suggestions of different themes or formats that you can use. Feel free to select something or just click out of those options. Now I want to walk you through some of the features for PowerPoint 365 online. Just like any file, the first thing you want to do is give it a name. To name your PowerPoint, in the upper left-hand corner, click where it says Presentation and type your name. And then notice you can choose your location of where you want to save this particular file. Click Outside, and then you'll see the name has been changed. Like the other Office 365 online products, PowerPoint will automatically save your work on your OneDrive. Also, you'll notice you have the ability to share your presentation with others. You click on Share, just like the other products. By default, it's going to allow anyone that you give the link to view your presentation, but you can click there and change that to give them editing rights if needed. You can also set an expiration date as to when the link will expire, or set a password on that link. By default, it's anyone with a link is allowed to access your presentation, but you can change that to only people in Forsyth County Schools or specific people that you name. So make your options, click Apply, and then if you're going to send it to specific people, type their name here and click Send, or just copy the link and then post that link or send that link wherever you need to. If you do want to work on your PowerPoint presentation on the desktop application and the computer that you're working on actually has PowerPoint installed, you can click here on the editing button and choose Open in Desktop Application. PowerPoint 365 Online will look very similar to the desktop application of PowerPoint. You'll see the same tabs across the top and then the tools within each of those tabs. The online version, though, has a couple options that you do not have in the desktop application, and I want to show those to you now. To demonstrate these new features, I'm going to open a different presentation. To do that, click File, select Open, and then from the list of files, find your presentation. Now both of these features are located on the Slideshow tab. So click on Slideshow. And the first one we're going to look at is called Rehearse with Coach. This tool allows the user to practice their presentation, and it gives you feedback and a report of how that presentation went. Let me demonstrate this. So all I'm going to do is click here on Rehearse with Coach. Notice it brings up my presentation and it gives me a little prompt over here on the right. I'm going to tell it to show me real-time feedback, and I'm going to click the button to start rehearsing. So as I start talking, it's actually going to start giving me information down here in this bubble. And as I either speak strangely, say filler words, and here at the end, it actually gives me my report. So it gives me a summary of how long the presentation took, how many slides I rehearsed, tells me my pace, whether it was good or bad, gives me my average pace over time, tells me about my pitch. So a lot of helpful information here. You can read through that report, and then notice you can do Rehearse again to try to see if you can improve on that first rehearsal. The last feature I want to show you is the option to use subtitles when you're doing a presentation. It is also found on the Slideshow tab and is right here next to Rehearse with Coach. And this will actually listen to what you're saying during the presentation and put those subtitles up at the bottom of the presentation or wherever you tell it to. So to use this, you would just click on Always Use Subtitles. And then from the drop down, you have some choices. You can tell it what language you will be speaking. You can tell it what language to put the subtitles in. So if there is an audience that is predominantly a second language, you could actually have the subtitles in a different language. You tell it where to put the subtitles, bottom, top, below, or above. And then once you've chosen all those options, go ahead and click to present. And then as you are speaking, you will see the subtitles on the screen. I hope this video helps you to understand PowerPoint 365 online a little bit more.